9, 8.
You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Happy Monday, sorta. What are you gonna do?
Monday, man.
So
Robbie's here.
Kenneth Bird's here. First in the house. What's going on, Kenneth?
Stevie B, OUG.
Stevie B, Preston, OUG, Brian. What's going on, guys? Yes.
TJ, that's exactly right. We're going to get into that a little bit. Today we'll probably be a little bit off script because, Thundercats are in the house.
And hell has frozen over.
Hell is frozen over. And most importantly, I love Thundercats, but Space Ghost is in the house. Hanna-Barbera, I'm super happy. I can't say Nick ever gave
Marcus,
me anything.
thank you. Preston, I got to be honest with you. I got to tell you that Jalen Hurts played a lot like Dak Prescott yesterday. You cannot throw all those interceptions and expect to win the game. All right, so the criticisms and the blame game is happening all over the Philly press. It's just ridiculous. But I want to say one thing, though. The Jets' defense is obviously very good. Makes you kind of wonder what would have happened if Aaron Rodgers did not get hurt. Okay, with that kind of defense, because they are a tight defensive team, I got to admit. And if they had Aaron Rodgers, it might have been a whole different kind of season.
That was definitely one of the tragedies of the year.
Yeah, well, I mean, that would have been some interesting football right there.
TJ, I'm going to let poor Nick have his dinner before I grill him on exactly how much Hanna-Barbera will be doing. He says the Herculoids. I know definitively that they made the announcement. It's absolutely going to be Space Ghost. And I was just talking to our art director about Johnny Quest. I have thoughts.
So Tacoma, yeah, you got to tell us what the con was like, my man. I did not go. You didn't go, right?
No.
New York? Yeah, I didn't think so. All right. So Marcus brought up the second topic. I want to congratulate Taylor Swift as, oh my gosh, are you kidding me, dude?
I want them to give her a team. The fact that she drives people nuts makes me love her even more.
Well, I got to tell you, I've mentioned this before. When she announced it, I am absolutely, amazed. What did she do? What she did a weekend box office of almost $1 billion. She raked in $100 million in advanced ticket sales. She has rocked the entire industry with what she's done.
She's going to save movie theater business too.
Dude, it's crazy.
She's the new MCU.
And I got to tell you, I don't even know how to have concert atmosphere, people screaming, shouting, singing, all that good stuff, giving you that kind of theater experience that we've talked about in the past, right, Rob? About why I would. It's cool to go to a baseball game as opposed to watching it at home. You get something, an experience, and it sounds like the Eras Tour movie gave you that. So I'm happy.
Well, I'm glad it's doing good,
yes.
but it's difficult to. I was going to say it's difficult to kind of compare that though to a film, right? Because it's like a concert thing, right? Like you wouldn't want people going to go see Top Gun, hooting and hollering and jumping up and down in the theater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of a Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh gosh! And
I think you're on a little bit of a delay.
Its ugly head yet again.
Uh-huh. Well, Jay, let's bring up that 10-pack, that Dynamite Readers 10-pack. 10 Dynamite books for only $5. That's an insane price.
Probably.
You get a great selection of books.
I can't stand this.
It's only available right now on this show for $5. 10 random Dynamite books. There you go, y'all. Let's get as many of those sold as possible before they come back. It's the Comcast special. Dynamite 10 packs for $5.
All right, Jay, are we back? Jay, Robbie?
Can you talk again?
Yeah, are we back yet?
You're like on a weird delay, but yeah, kind of.
Oh, my God. I cannot stand this. I literally cannot stand this.
He said to use the Xfinity card?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have an Xfinity card. I've tried to do that before, but it does not link up. So let's try it again.
So who out there in the chat went and saw the Taylor Swift Eras tour
the
this
Xfinity
weekend?
Wi-Fi signal is even weaker
We got a
than
lot
ours.
to talk about.
It's weaker than my signal.
Or out of all the Dynamite news from this weekend at New York Comic Con, what are you most excited for? I'm excited for Thundercats by Declan Shalvey, Drew Moss.
I think everybody's excited for Thundercats.
Yes, very much. And Flintstones, Powerpuff Girls, some really cool properties, man.
All right, so John,
No. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think we're on.
It's you're on, but barely.
Are we? I was going to say, yeah, I don't even know if we're on, or apparently they're working out technical issues.
I can hear you, John.
Oh, can you hear me? I don't even know. I saw OUG talking about Vampiro.
And then every time we say something, that happens.
There it goes again. I was really impressed with Vampirella Dead Flowers, actually, OUG. I like Vampirella. I mostly like the old Warren stuff, but like in particular.
Yeah, I love him.
It's like stop motion John Cole right now. Wow.
I don't even know what to do. I mean, I'm trying to just keep going, you know, and but then it's like bop, bop, bop. I love it. Dead Flowers was really good. I liked it. And I liked the little tribute that Sarah put in there to her grandfather, Frank Frazetta. Of course, famously did the original Vampirella #1 cover back in 1969. Oh, Rex just magically appeared. That's interesting.
Hopefully we're back, people.
Yes, no, maybe.
So it's all I got. The Xfinity, they're trying to direct me to have less bars than the Dynamite Internet. So we're just going to have to take our best shot. All right.
Dynanet?
I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, I saw OUG commenting about Vampirella Dead Flowers. Vampirella Dead Flowers very much reminded me, had a lot of Warren energy. Not surprisingly, because Sarah Frazetta was, part of it. I'm looking forward to that. It's almost like a little bit of Back to the Future for me, especially when I started doing a deep dive into the Warren stuff. In the beginning, I was just collecting it. I didn't really read it that much because I was busy reading at the time the Harris stuff. But once you really kind of got into some of that stuff, probably about 17, 18 issues in, it's just so good.
So I saw Ron
was reprint OUG.
So I saw that Ron's in the house. Came back from, I think he went to France for a vacation. So Ron, welcome back, buddy. Hope your trip was everything that you expected it to be and you had a good time. So definitely clue us in on anything interesting that happened while you're there. We would love to know. So Robbie, did you do the interview with Tony Fleeks on Friday?
I sure did. We had Tony back on the channel on Friday afternoon, had a great conversation about Army of Darkness Forever, about the return of his book Local Man with Tim Seeley this week, as well as just a great conversation about horror films. When I first met Tony and he first came on the show, we instantly bonded over a love for Argento, and with no planning, we both wore Argento shirts just to show how best of friends we are. So that was awesome. It was a great show. It's out on the PCP channel right now. You can check it out after this show if you haven't already.
All right. So in honor of your interview with Tony Fleeks on Friday, we have a Tony Fleeks signed book, 8 Stray Dogs. So I was thinking about that as we were putting the show together. You know, let's do something signed by Tony Fleeks.
Nice.
Since Ron went to Portugal, Spain, Italy, and France. Wow, dude.
On purpose?
Be nice.
That's what Epcot's for.
Not everybody just goes to Myrtle Beach.
That's what Epcot's for.
You know, come on, dude.
I almost went up to New York. I was very close to going to New York, and I could not get the hotel room I wanted. Like at all.
That's what happens when you try to go like
it's last
the day of
minute.
the
No, that's
con.
on me. That's not on them. But it was simply a matter of 4 or 5 of my friends went because they live closer to the city, and I was just like, "Get me a room."
Why couldn't you just go for the day?
Warning! Warning! We have a tangent incoming! Tangent incoming! Warning! Warning! Here comes the tangent. We'll eventually get back to books, but first, here's a tangent. Tangent!
Hey,
Tangent!
you got to warn me about that because that could be a Comcast issue. Well, you know, I don't know what's going on.
That sounded like Tom Hardy's Bane.
Comcast wouldn't let you know, Rex.
That's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. What's up?
You think you want to try to get on my house?
We're okay right now, so let's not mess with it.
Okay.
Okay, we're
But
okay
I got
right now.
I got a backup plan. Just
Good.
in case
Okay,
you need
you're
it.
Just so
back
you
up
know,
front.
he'll be out there in like 5 minutes. So
So
All right.
Hi,
Hi,
Amy.
Robbie. How are you?
all you'll hear is this, Amy.
TJ, what's up, man? Yeah, a med crew sounds nice, doesn't it? All right, so here we go. You know what? Since Ron's in the house, let's do sketch covers first. What do you think?
From Portugal?
For Portugal.
That tangent warning worked, by the way.
All right.
Like it totally got y'all back on topic. I love that.
Don't worry, we'll become desensitized
Don't
within
waste a
minutes.
ton of our time with this because we have to talk about horror, new signings, and books. So hurry up, buy a few things. Chop chop X-Men. Oh, it's all buy. So we can get back
So
to
Tacoma, we did
It's
do
happening
whatnot
again.
shows in the past, but I give up, dude. I really do. I'm gonna
Yell out
talk
a book, Rex. Yell
to
out
my
a book
IT
for
guy
me,
tomorrow.
boss.
I don't know. It's just getting worse. That's the thing. It's like when I had Comcast in my house. It would just slowly degrade. My modem would go out.
Did you turn it off and turn it back on?
Dude,
Oh my goodness, Jay. What's up, audience? How are y'all doing?
The sketch covers, right? How about we do
I
this one?
as a fan of a year. I want to fix them.
This Hulk
Right.
one.
So I'm
Let's do that. Let's do this Hulk one. Incredible Hulk.
Oh wow, that's nice.
There we go.
Incredible Hulk #1 signed with Punisher and Hulk sketch by Dan Needlinger. Manufacturer's suggested retail price $149.99. Tonight,
Yes.
only $89.99. That's sharp right there. I like that.
I think we lost them.
I think they're done. Are they gone? Everybody? Somebody call Dynamite. Make sure they're okay.
They said this is the function.
Hey, Amy. Yeah,
Told you.
we're gonna need your phone. We're gonna need something. It just
What's
will
this
not
giving
stop.
you, Jay? Is this a Dale Keown kind of energy on this one? A little bit, maybe. That's what I feel.
I'm not good with artists.
Did you ever read Pitt back in the day?
Yes.
The Artist of Pitt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just a dope cover.
Yeah,
That's a dope cover.
it's not a team
hopefully-
up you see very often
this
either.
gonna
The
die?
Punisher and Hulk.
No, but now I want to see more of it.
Yeah, me too. How are you guys doing, Dynamite Crew? I'll tell you what, the better the Phillies do in baseball in the postseason, the worse their internet does. That's insight. That's interesting. I think it's an interesting correlation. So maybe the Phillies are leeching away. Anyway, this is only $89.99 tonight. What else we got?
Let's
We
see.
got another cool sketch cover.
We got.
In for, but
Ooh.
All right.
Invincible Iron
We
Man.
are back. I hope we're
Are you?
back.
Are you?
I don't know.
Well, this is an
but,
Invincible Iron Man sketch
can you
cover of
push that green
She-Hulk.
button again?
Seems like Hey, Jay,
Invincible
can you
Iron Man
confirm we're back?
600. You're
yeah,
back,
y'all
man.
are cleared up now. We can hear you.
Okay, very good. Very good. All right, so
Does the phone have to stay in here?
you can try to take it out.
No,
Did you
no.
just
Keep it as close as possible.
Yeah, no, don't.
All right. So, what did you guys
IBD
get to?
says that was a Del Keown Hulk pose. We did the Hulk sketch with Punisher. We talked about how it was like Del Keown.
He did a
And
Robbie
then
recap.
now we're here on Invincible Iron Man 600 with a Jessica Court She-Hulk cover. Appropriately enough, Sensational She-Hulk #1 in stores this week. But this is going to be on sale tonight. Instead of $149.99, $75 tonight.
I think it's going to have
For
to go
all
back
of
to
our She-Hulk fans.
so we can afford better Wi-Fi.
No, we need to get the stranglehold that Comcast has in this region, okay, loosened. That's what we need. I'm going to bring my own T-Mobile little box thing. Dude, this is ridiculous. Comcast sucks. They're bad.
You keep screaming that on their service, and the service keeps getting slower. I don't know when you're going to put 2 and 2 together here.
Yeah. I'm sure it's me. It's not them, right? All right. Maybe tinfoil hats would help. Maybe Stevie B. Maybe. All right. So let's go through these sketch covers real quick one more time. All right. So
Okay.
all right.
Stop
So
forbidding
Hulk
me from
#1
home.
signed with Punisher Hulk cover sketch by Dan Neidlinger. And we've got that for $149.99, and we have for $89.99 tonight. All right. Then we had.
So, Robbie, what'd you think of our announcements?
Well, I thought your announcements were spectacular, bruh. Really, really great stuff.
They weren't dynamite?
They were dynamite. They were awesome.
Which one was your favorite?
My favorite was Thundercats because, being an 80s kid in particular, and I'm a big fan of Declan Shalvey and Drew Moss. So I really, really excited for that one. The Space Ghost I'm excited for, and I'm interested to see what y'all do with Flintstones.
Well, Flintstones, that's going to depend on whether or not. Are we frozen, or is Robbie pretending to be frozen?
I hope he's pretending to be frozen.
He was paying
attention.
TJ James wants to know if he's a Hercules.
I'm paying attention to you, Nick.
We do not have the There we go. I keep forgetting that you're not 18 like you look. You look like maybe you're 20 at most, and you're telling me you're an 80s child, which always throws me off.
Oh, well, thank you, Nick. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
So Herculoids, not today. We are only. Man, this is a really bad hookup.
We're using our phone now.
Did you say it's the nicest thing you ever heard?
The nicest thing you ever said to me.
Can you hear?
We can hear you. You're just on a delay.
All right. So anyway, is that what it is? Okay. So we've got Thundercats, Space Ghost, Johnny Quest, Wizard of Oz, Flintstones, Powerpuff Girls, and We Bear Bears. Those are the ones we're allowed to talk about that we're launching with today.
And then I can just make up other ones that are.
No, you cannot make up other ones. You cannot make up anything.
That's what I used to do.
That's my job. It's my job to make things up. Guess how long it took me to get the license? How long do you think it took me to get a license?
14 minutes and 59 seconds.
Powerpuff Girls, right?
Yeah, if you want.
Yes.
What?
He said 18 minutes and 59 seconds.
Keep going. Longer.
8 years.
Ooh.
You're getting close.
You're getting close.
13 years.
Too far. Wow, there really is a delay.
9.69 years.
You're really close. It was just about 10 years. I actually got on the phone with the contact and made the comment, Hey, I just looked at our email correspondence. It's been about 10 years since we started talking. Do you think for the 10th anniversary we can figure out if we can put some titles together? And I'm sorry, I just saw Preston's comment. Longer than it takes.
I'm guessing screw up. Marcus said, I thought your announcements were Dark Horse. No, they're still their own company as far as I know.
I think Marcus may be saying Dark Horse is a better company, that Dark Horse deserve to make those announcements, not us. Is that what you're saying, Marcus? Are you saying we didn't earn the right to make those announcements? I mean, I'm just curious.
If that was the case, wouldn't I be in Eugene, Oregon during the show? No.
Right?
Dude, you wouldn't even go to New York.
There was no way I was going to be driving home at night and I'm certainly not staying at a buddy's house in Staten Island. No.
I know a lot of people that actually did stay in Staten Island and Brooklyn, although Brooklyn's a lot easier.
Brooklyn would have been, if I had a friend like with a good place to stay in Brooklyn, I'd have been up there in a shot.
You know, and I usually complain that you guys don't spend enough time presenting the books to everybody because they may want to claim. So I should leave because I'm becoming
I prefer that. So you can have a choice. We can sell books or we can sell the new stuff that you're doing coming soon.
Who's producing?
Jay.
Jay, this is an interesting show. Captain Comcast.
All I'm going to say is once upon a time.
I like that one.
Once upon a time, King Kong was a dream.
Marcus, we would have had to have waited an additional 3 months to make the announcement if that was the case. If we were that.
Yeah, this announcement will go out about 10 o'clock tonight.
No. It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke. But no, this was an exciting weekend. So it was pretty cool. Plus our 4 Disney announcements were cool.
I was going to say we didn't even talk about Disney yet.
Yeah. Don Lee with Jay Lee and Christopher Priest. Did you see that one?
I did see that one. Yeah, y'all killed it this New York Comic Con. I think y'all had some of the biggest announcements out of anybody, to be honest with you, because Marvel just kind of went over a bunch of old stuff that they already announced. Y'all broke my mind with that. And we've been talking about it at the shop all day today. People are very excited, especially for Thundercats. You got a very loyal fan base with that one in particular. So don't let us down, Nick.
Facebook group that's like 100,000 people for Thundercats.
I know.
It's enormous.
This is going to be big. I think this is going to be like somewhere between, I would say somewhere between Darkwing and Gargoyles big. So what Disney did we announce?
You said what Disney now?
Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch.
We're losing, y'all.
Justice Ducks?
Justice Ducks, yeah.
And I had a question then.
Justice
the announcements. Robbie, do you remember? Robbie, do you remember the 4 Disney announcements?
I remember Cruella de Vil and Justice Ducks and Lilo and Stitch, and I'm blanking on the 4th one right now.
You and me both.
I figure somebody should know there, right? I hope so.
Right? And then we had James Bond. Oh, guess how many covers we're doing on James Bond?
How many?
Take a guess.
13.
Lower.
1.
You got it.
Oh my God.
Wow. And you got
Ennis
Garth
book.
Ennis on it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a Garth Ennis book. It's a reader's book. We're not even going to do an incentive cover or a $50 Virgin cover.
Wow.
Marcus, between 7 and 200. Amy, you're being asked to draw a Chitara cover from Thundercats.
I'm not familiar with Thundercats. I'm sorry, guys.
When we get to the Powerpuff Girls, then you can ask her.
Oh, the other one
Amy.
was a Gargoyle's Quest, right? That was the other one, right?
That's it.
Gargoyle's Quest.
Gargoyle's Quest.
I'm looking at the Ennis Bond thing.
The Ennis Bond is huge.
Ooh,
Only one.
There's the cover for Thundercats 1.
Look at Preston's comment. Isn't that fewer than the number of times John has seen Taylor Swift. How many times did you see Taylor Swift?
What, this past weekend?
Yeah.
3.
3?
Yeah. I took my oldest goddaughter, I took my niece, and then a bunch of me and my friends just went.
Amy Marcus said, just draw a cat.
Did they honor the Regal card?
No, you know what? I think they it's like half price or something.
Okay.
There's like a
Because
special
Taylor
price.
don't give it away, man. That girl's a money
I would have been happy to pay full price.
That girl's a money machine. I've never seen anything like that in my life. No, Steve B. I do not believe that's what Nick said.
I got a bunch of
hey Neil.
I got a bunch of fake announcements that didn't get made.
All right, we'll get to those soon.
Of Disney and stuff. Birdman was going to be one of them. I do not think Birdman is part of the original deal, but I was going to do Birdman.
Is now. All right, so we got to go to our first break, and with a little bit of luck,
the Black Cauldron. That was going to be the other one.
Hopefully, we will be back.
Also fake, by the way.
You better watch it, bro. All right, so we'll be back in a couple minutes.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below. Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience. Comic culture and sales.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.
Vampires. Hi, we're back, everybody.
All right, so I'm
underwhelming Marvel announcements.
I'm really reading Neil's post. I had not heard about the poo incident.
Oh.
Some guy hit a kid, and the Peach Mocha drama. That doesn't surprise me too much, but
somebody hit a kid.
Sounds like it.
I haven't heard about a guy hitting a kid. I have heard about the poo incident, though. Apparently, somebody or somebody's dog.
Hey, you too. I want to hear it. Go ahead, Robbie.
I was just saying, I've heard about the poo incident. That's what I heard. And I heard about the Momoko stuff again, where basically she got swarmed again by a bunch of people, right? But yeah, apparently somebody dropped a deuce there on the con floor for everybody. It was probably a dog.
Dude.
I think it was a dog. That's what I've heard.
That would tend to make a little bit more sense. But
Wait, you mean like someone's service animal? That actually sounds.
That
Yeah,
sounds
I
reasonable.
don't think someone
You're
just
hitting the
went
kid.
and dropped one, right? Like that would be terrible.
Yeah, I would think that somebody would have caught him at some point. Somebody's dropping trout in the middle of the con floor. Somebody else would have noticed. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe a cosplayer. Maybe it was like a robot. A little trap opened up or something. You have no idea what's going on.
I have to
thinks
admit,
it was Amber Heard.
Oh no.
Maybe. Okay.
Dang.
Maybe. All right. Amy has got something that looks like original
Nick
art.
said I could do an art preview because he's got some brand new stuff all the way from some of it's all the way from New York. But he did ask me to show up. But like he is gonna have some, some double packages. Here's Wolverine, for example. Another one. JLA Classified. He's gonna have on.
Amy reminded me to get my ticket for the Marvels.
And then the stuff he got from Comic-Con from his buddy Joe Quesada. He's gonna have this.
Ooh. Man.
He's gonna have this Batman print with double the signature. And here's a big one, actually.
Oh, very cool.
It's Daredevil. Nick isn't selling anything, Daredevil.
And it's signed by Joe and Charlie Cox. So this is going to be up on Friday, if anyone really wants it.
So this Friday night, and it's going to be a ton of art. So how do we know that Peach Momoko wasn't so scared after being brushed that maybe she left the poo on the con floor?
Oh, good Lord.
We don't.
Where's Comcast when I need them?
Not here for you, buddy. Let me see. It was saying poo a little early. Maybe. Yeah, I know, Jay. That's how rumors start. All right. So, all right, I don't even know how far we got on sketch covers because we were coming in and out.
Where's that tangent alert again? I love that.
That was pretty funny. But I need some warning, dude. I thought it was Comcast screwing up again.
No warning. You just, every time he starts fidgeting with the keyboard, hit the tangent alert.
All right. So we had Hulk #1, signed with Punisher and Hulk, cover sketch by Dan Ninglinger. Suggested retail $149.99. We've got it for $89.99.
So easy.
We also
so easy comment. Shaggy moment.
God, too funny. All right, then we had Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, signed with Raphael, cover sketch by Brendan and Brian Frame.
That's a nice cover, man.
In your favorite color. Suggested retail $129.99, and we've got it tonight for $84. All right, then Uncanny Avengers #1, signed with Black Panther, cover sketch by Lance.
That turtle cover.
Who?
Creative Keep.
All right, you got it, Creative.
I was waiting for someone to snag that pretty quick because that was sweet.
All right, then we had Uncanny Avengers #1, signed with Black Panther, cover sketch by Lance Footer and Mariano Nicieza. Now, Mariano explained this to me. If you look at this, it's amazing. The collage is real elements with drawn elements. The jungle.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all done by Mariano Nicieza.
In Canto or something, there's like an Italian word for it.
Right. Exactly.
He was explaining it.
So Lance Footer did the Black Panther, but Mariano did all of this. It's amazing. I got to pull it out.
I think it was like I just think the initial composition, as good as it was, like nobody was satisfied with it. You know how creative types are.
Yeah.
If they're not satisfied, they're not satisfied. So they decided
you got to take a look at this.
To go back to work on this thing, and it's just.
I mean,
it's it's rare that this comes out because usually they scrap covers like this if they don't like them.
You see the leaves, the jungle.
Yeah,
it's a collage effect, and it looks it looks almost real.
This seemed to me to be the kind of thing maybe Ronald would want. I wasn't sure.
So anyway, Yeah, so it was enough that I paused to ask Mariano what he did because I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I'm looking at these leaves.
He was working on it, I guess, on the computer or whatever one day.
Yeah.
And I just looked at him and I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, I didn't know what it was. And he was explaining it to me. He's like, oh, sometimes, when you're looking for certain effects or whatever, and there was a word he used. I feel bad. I'm sorry. Maybe one of the artists out there know what I'm talking about, but it's just very cool. Let's be honest. Last 15 years, Black Panther has had an inordinate share of cool covers, both from the publisher and from the world of commissions and that sort of thing. This is very neat. This is something that's a little bit different.
So, creative. I hope she's doing all right, buddy. I'm just catching up on the chat here. I apologize. So I hope everything's all right, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always scary. All right, so this one, the Uncanny Avengers. Throw that back up if you would, Jay.
Yeah, that's DOS, right? Yeah. You know what? We were talking about that before.
I didn't have the disc.
I just took the disc back.
All right, so this one's just a retail of $99.99. We have it tonight for $52.
Yeah, that's a steal. Well, I guess to create something unique. I don't think we've had anything like this before. I think these guys, the way they work is, they do what they do, and if it doesn't come together, they just bag it. They're just like, no, we'll start again or start from scratch. But I guess this almost became like it was on the border between yes and no.
Right.
So they decided, hey, look, let's turn it into something we haven't done before.
Hey, Lyle, what's going on, buddy? I hope all is well. I hope you it's probably cold where you are since it's starting to get a little bit chilly here. We've had some pretty cold nights, I think. Actually, I went
down to like 48, 50.
I actually flipped on my heat today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, overnight last night.
I'm holding off on mine right now.
I woke up really cold.
I'm holding off on switching over to heat right now. But down
you
here
mean
in
Alabama?
Well, right down here in Alabama, it's like 56 degrees right now. That's really cold to us down here, man. We're freezing.
Oh, that's colder than I thought it would be. That's
well, what happened was it dropped below 40 last night. I left my slider open without realizing it. And I'm like, oh, it's freezing. I turned the heat on and I realized, I forgot to close my slider. I had it cracked open a little bit. Dummy.
Minus 16, yeah.
Yeah, now that's cold. That's real man cold. Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, for me to work somewhere like that, the initial buy-in is 6 figures. Don't even call me for anything less than 6 figures. I don't
know. I have to think about it.
No.
Hey, Jay, did you get pictures for the CGCs? Just out of curiosity.
Was it all the Batman?
Yes.
Yes, sir, I did.
Fantastic. All right. So
that's something. If I had the opportunity that would have come along when I was younger, I would have done it. But I was already near the end of my career. Princeton University and another university were doing something like in Greenland, and they were going to be there in a fairly isolated thing for like 4 months. And they were looking for a variety of positions, and they were looking for a chef. And I had a buddy say to me, "I have to drop out. My girlfriend is pregnant," and so he put it out to about 20 of us in an email. And I'm looking at this thing, and then I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm like, "Oh man, who are you kidding? You're going to be there about a week and a half. You'd be like calling, hello, come get me.
I want to go home."
Well, they were looking for someone again who was familiar with like mobile kitchen cooking because they drop these containers down. The engineers come and do their thing. The authorities in Greenland sign off on everything, and then the science.
And then you parachute out of a plane.
No, they made it very clear that there was nothing like that going on. There was just, it was a boat ride. It was like an airplane ride and a boat ride. But I thought, man, for like 4 months to just essentially be in this.
That would have been one hell of an experience for you, I think.
But again, like I said, if I was in my 20s, I would have done it. But I was already 50. And I'm like, you know what? They probably deserve somebody with a little bit more, a little bit more energy.
Younger?
Yeah, absolutely.
No doubt. All right. So, you know what? Jay, we're gonna go ahead and do the Batman's next. All right. So first up, we've got Batman number 426, CGC 9.4. We've got this one for $80. Then we have Batman number 427. We've got this in a 9.6. And we've got this for 110. All right. So then we have Batman number 427. And we also have this in 9.8. This one is $255. What's up, Screech?
I was going to do a slap later tonight in my segment, so I can go over everything with them. So if you want to do a quick run through now, I can go over in detail later. Up to you.
That's fine.
However it works, man. Works.
All right. So then we have, let me see, C graded Batman number.
Yeah, let him do the CGC stuff. He's got like a CGC sweatshirt, man.
I've already started, so I might as well finish. Batman number 442, CGC 9.6. And we've got that for $60. All right, so we'll do the rest of them when Screech comes in. That works. All right, so
yeah, I mean, you know, I know we try to talk about a lot of different stuff here, but and yeah, Jay, you're right. Every time Robbie makes that face when there's like a delay in the sound or whatever, I want his face making that face on a T-shirt to wear, like a real.
You sure can, Ron. All right, you know what? Let's just do. I'm sorry, guys. Ron requested to see the last two seasons.
Marcus, he's right. Screech wants in.
Marcus, you crack me up, dude. All right, so you know what? We have 3 left, Ron. I'm going to show them all to you. Okay. So first one is Hulk number 1, signed with Punisher and Hulk cover sketch by Dan Neidlinger or Neidlinger. Suggested retail $149.99. We've got it tonight for $89.99.
The last time I saw Hulk and Punisher together was like in the Ultimate Universe. And it did not go well for Punisher in the Ultimate Universe. I feel bad for Frank Castle.
I love this guy, Dan's work, though. He has such range, just, you know, different styles.
Well, somebody said it earlier. There's Dale Keown energy in here. You know what I mean? But it's still Dan's work. You know what I mean? It's. I guess it's a fine line between, am I just aping the other guy's style? Right. Or am I trying to be inspired by that to do? I remember years and years and years ago, John Byrne talked about that. He's like looking at Jack Kirby's work, and he's like, at what point am I just redrawing Jack's panels?
All right, Ron. So then we had Uncanny Avengers number 1, signed with Black Panther cover sketch by Lance Footer and Mariano Nicieza. I got to tell you, the jungle collage is absolutely amazing when you hold it up close.
Yeah, this thing is wild. I just, like I said, I wish I could remember what the name of this was, where there was like a painting, you know, like an image under the image, and then they kind of, it's really, really neat.
Suggested retail of $99.99, and we have this one for $52.
This is the first time I mean, I guess we probably won't have a ton of these because the idea is to get it right on the first take, right?
Well, I mean, the collage thing, I mean, you know, Mariana was telling me it wasn't easy to do. So, you know, it's time consuming. So, all right. So then finally, Ron, we have Invincible Iron Man number 600, signed with She-Hulk cover sketch by Jessica Cord. All right. Tales number 39, homage. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we've got it tonight for $75. All right, Ron. So that takes care of the sketch covers of the night. So Jay, there were so many too. So I'm on the page 1. Let me know if you need a second to flip or not.
Hold on, boss. I didn't hear the first part of what you said. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're breaking up again, right?
I said we're going to go to the top of page 1 and start from there. I know because of all the images, you had to flip it in 2 files. So I'm not sure if you need a couple seconds to flip into the top file, but it's page 1 starting with my friend.
Well, the thing is, all the pictures are in the same place. It's just they're all in alphabetical order.
Okay.
It's the banners.
Gotcha.
When it got to the last 6 or 7 banners, I had to put those in a different folder.
Okay, gotcha. So CGCs we're going to do at the end. We're going to do at the end when Screech comes in and does his thing.
Okay.
All right. So we're not even touching those.
Okay.
You better have a giveaway or something because the quality of this show is awful.
Dude, Yeah, we'll give something away.
It is awful. Something must be given away.
Hashtag EXP 30 likes, and I'll pick something over the next break that we can give away.
You're welcome, everybody.
That's it. I hate Comcast. I absolutely hate them. Okay, this is what happens when a company has a monopoly over a region for over 3-4 decades. It's ridiculous. Their quality, now they're scrambling because there are other alternatives.
Oh, hit the Rex rant thing.
Yeah. Talk about it. Yeah, I need music for that, Jay. Something,
Wasn't there like a Rex rant thing?
No, that was the Rex Cat.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a Rex Cat. Can't see the second row from the bottom. Okay. Make 2. Those are our X-Men back issues. You know what? We can go to those next if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's do those next.
They're only catching every third word anyway, so.
Yeah, right. All right, so Jay, we're gonna start with the Uncanny X-Men, my friend. All right, so we have Uncanny X-Men number 176. And we've got that for $10. Now, these I'm going to say are all 8.5 to 9.4s in range, grade range. Hey, Barlord, what's up, buddy? CVB, no, it's a Phillies rally towel. All right, so next up we got Uncanny X-Men number 178. We've got this one for $8. Let me see. She just may need to pay the cell phone and have unlimited hotspot. Maybe it's because I'm using this burner phone so they can't find me.
It's a flip phone.
Actually, I ran into a buddy who still has one.
It's a T-Mobile Sidekick.
Is that?
I like Consumer Cellular. They're for old people.
Oh my god!
Do they have the cell phones with the real big buttons on them? Is that what?
Yeah.
Not yet, but I heard
there's like a red button and a green button, and that's the only buttons they have.
That's all I need, buddy. That's all I need.
This close to Fisher Price during phones for seniors.
I hope they have the one with wheels. Remember that phone with wheels
with the eyes and everything?
What's that?
The one with the eyes and all that stuff that would move around when you roll it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I wish we would return to BlackBerry. Nobody ever had these problems on BlackBerry.
I love the QWERTY.
I love the BlackBerry,
really
man. I get my emails, everything would be great. The next thing I knew,
they gone. All right. So next up, we got Uncanny X-Men number 196. We got that one for $4.
Cool cover.
Tie-in, it looks like.
Oh yeah, so you might have Jerry Curl Beyonder show up in this one.
Yeah, I'm seeing the
press. Preston says 28 watching, 31 likes. So we're definitely doing the giveaway. Neil, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have blanks, bro.
Oh yeah, there'll be blanks for Thundercats. I don't know if there'll be blanks for the Disney stuff. To be honest with you, I think that's like a separate sort of.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm telling y'all right now, y'all can take this idea and just use it. You don't have to owe me any kind of props or credit or anything. Cats cosplay covers for Thundercats. Cats dressed up like the characters from Thundercats.
When you said cosplay covers, I was going to say I've already talked to 2 of our cosplayers.
I see what you're saying now.
If you
I like that.
Go find Gracie.
I told y'all you should have done it with the ducks when you did Darkwing Ducks.
You know what that was? Yeah. Go to Gracie the cosplayer. Gracie the cosplay last on Instagram. She put up a Chitara a couple months ago. It actually won some cosplay contests or whatever. The level of accuracy there to me was almost breathtaking. I was like, holy cow, that's about as close as you get to, transitioning from animation to live. And she told me, she's like, this was a lot of work. This isn't like a basic cosplay. This was a lot of work.
Hey, Maria, thanks for joining us. All right, so next up, we got Uncanny X-Men number 198. And we've got this one for $7. Again, these are all between an 8.5 to a 9.4.
This is an absolute fantastic run. Like, this is a fantastic issue of Uncanny X-Men. Barry Windsor Smith artwork, gorgeous stuff. Storm Forge. Look at that cover. Tells you everything you need to know.
It's Mohawk Storm. That's all you need to know. Purchase it.
Barry Windsor Smith. That's all you need to know. Purchase it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
All right, next up, we got Uncanny X-Men number 204. And we've got this one for $5. Preston, I just saw Gloria Estefan on Today's Show this morning. Man, she got old.
It's because she's our age. She's old.
Look who's talking, Rex.
Your age, maybe. Not mine. All right, so next up, we got Uncanny X-Men number 215. Oh, no, wait. We don't have 215, right, Jay? How did it end up still on my list?
Sir, it goes straight to 223.
That's right. I thought I deleted that.
They did like a Storm, that favorite Storm contest on Twitter a couple of years ago, and Mohawk Storm overwhelmingly crushed every other version of this character. That's what people want to say. Mohawk Storm.
I would agree. Yeah.
They didn't care about Disco Era Storm or Queen of Wakanda. Nobody cared about that. Everybody.
Well, that's because everybody that voted for that poll was between the age of 40 and 55. That's why.
You're probably right.
All right. Next up, we have Uncanny X-Men number 223. And we've got that for $5.
Bah, long shot. Bleh.
Not
I always
a fan?
skipped any issue with long shot.
That was the issue I had it before, Rex. This was the 224.
You're right. Mohawk Storm is
I'm sorry.
superior.
224, rather. Sorry about that, bud.
Although I'll say Vampire Storm got quite a was much higher than I thought it would be. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of Vampire Storm. But people just thought the idea was very cool. And she's a real popular character in like the kind of what if world or whatever, where she remains a vampire, becomes Queen of Transylvania.
All right. Next up, we got Uncanny X-Men number 228.
The rheumatoid's going to get you.
And we've got that for $4. Oh, wait, weird. Congrats on your Lions, by the way, dude. They're having a season of lifetime.
I got that song stuck in my head now.
You. I read somewhere her and her husband are worth more than like $100 million. So I don't think she cares about being old.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Her and her husband were one of those people that were producers and property owners, and the next thing you know, they owned like a private island. And
I'd forgotten she was involved in that serious bus accident, which was on tour. I totally forgot about that because they revisited that story, and I remember, I remember at the time, but completely forgot.
I used to do backstage catering sometimes when it was called Great Adventure at Six Flags, and she walked right past us one day, and she came up to about my elbow. She's about 4.5 feet tall.
Yeah, I know she's real small.
She gets on stage and she's a massive presence. But when she walked past us, she was thanking everybody because we were just kind of hanging. Look, we had salads and stuff pre-made that people could come and take out. She goes, "Thank you, thank you." And she grabbed like a whole stack of them for her girls and ran off. She came up to like my elbow. I was like, "What?" Storm the Thunder Goddess was another very cool. I mean, let's be honest. They've made Storm. They've done every version of Storm that they could do, and they've all been successful. I don't know if any of them were terrible. I mean, even Disco Era Storm has its own sort of charm to it. She's got the cape and the giant hoop earrings or whatever. I don't, they've even done like Storm as an older character in some of the what ifs and stuff. And even then, she's.
So, Ed Weird, you're welcome, buddy. I wouldn't call it Kool-Aid this year, dude. I think the Lions really have a decent shot this season. They've played better than they have in like decades. I want to say, man. It hasn't been like this since the Barry Sanders days, man. So hang in there, buddy. I really feel like Lyle, he most certainly does not measure 6'5" I assure you. Okay.
Well, me, no, I'm 6 feet tall, and it's. Maybe a little bit more when I used to have hair.
I was going to say a little bit less, but whatever, because your disc is drying out and shrinking.
Yeah, I might be under 6 feet tall now.
That's what happened when people get older. Your disc shrinks, and you get you're a little bit shorter than you were. All right, here we go. So you know what? We got to go to break in a second. Let's see, Stevie B, 2-part. I have no idea. I loved Ken Burns' baseball, documentary, but I don't think I'm watching a 2-part series on the American Buffalo. Sorry.
Oh, I would. Anything Ken Burns does, I'll watch for sure.
Yeah, Ken Burns is gold.
I like his stuff, but there's just certain topics.
He'd be like the American Fire Escape, and I'd be watching 2 hours of like fire escape outside someone's apartment. I'd be like, okay.
No.
Well, he did the one about the Dust Bowl, right? I didn't think that would be exciting, and I'm like into it, right? And didn't he do the jazz one along with?
I think he is a great documentary director.
He's like America's documentarian now, right? Yeah. Like he's done everything, just like David McCullough was like America's biographer for a while.
Though the greatest thing that Ken Burns has done is Ken Burns baseball. We all know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
all know that.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has their personal favorites, but
the last one I thought was the modern day one was kind of compressed. I felt like, but I kind of understand it because it's modern day. You know?
The thing I don't like about it is it ends with the Red Sox winning the World Series in 2004. So like every time I watch the 10th inning, like I stop it before we get there. And I never finish.
But
every time I rewatch that thing.
You're making a baseball documentary.
Bro, I don't have to live that again, okay? I don't want to live that again.
Well, no, I think that's a good place for a baseball documentary because at that point, the Red Sox hadn't won the World Series since they traded Ruth.
Well, now they need to. They can tack on. Well, they can tack on 20 more minutes and get to when the Cubbies finally won. So,
wasn't it made before the Cubbies won?
It was. That's what I'm saying. Is they could do an 11th inning now. Is what I'm saying. They could do another one at this point from 2004 to today.
Ken Burns strikes me as a guy who doesn't do that, dude. He's not like Suicide Squad. He doesn't go and make it twice. And he did
that with the 10th inning, bruh. He did that with the last one.
Which one?
The 10th inning, because initially it ends in 1994, and so now
I didn't know he tacked that on.
Yeah, he tacked on a 10th inning.
I didn't realize. I didn't see it until years later, so I didn't know he tacked that on.
Oh yeah.
So totally. All right, we got to go to break. We're gonna go to our break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form. You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey. And behind every page, there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Hey, we're back. All right, we got to hurry because Tacoma Geek's girlfriend isn't home yet. So we got to get moving. All right, Jay, we are going to go to the top of the list, my friend. Preston, you need a Rex cap and another drink. I need another drink as well. And all right, let me do the top and the incentives, and we'll do the Rex cap. What's up, Amy?
I was reading the comments for a second. You thought of it, or we want to do a special giveaway, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because
whoever wins the giveaway, I draw a sketch of whatever you want. Like I do my little.
Ooh, that sounds like a very cool giveaway.
I'll do one of these.
Ooh,
and it'll be of whatever character.
Well, why don't we just get you like a blank card or something? I'm sure we could get something.
So just a quick mini drawing. How about that?
How about we give you a blank cover? Why not? You can do it, Amy. Come on, let's be encouraging. Hey, Tom Bishop, come on.
Well, if that's even good enough, let me know, or I'll just pull out a virgin cover. But
no. All right, so we can do a virgin cover for a giveaway tonight, or we can have Amy do anything that she wants on a blank cover. So what do you guys want?
I mean, like I said, I was thinking like a little sketch, like a card, but
I think what you do, Amy, is you draw on the Post-it note and then put the Post-it note on the blank cover.
I think maybe you should draw something on the blank covers I sent you, bro.
What if I drew on a Post-it note and sent them to you?
And we just blew them up to cover size. It seems
all right. Marcus has got one. Can you do Nick in red pants dancing in a perm?
No.
Just asking. We might have to auction that one off. That could be the highest selling item ever on the show. All right. So,
guys, try to think of a character, okay?
All right.
Try to think of a character.
So we agreed. Okay. So we agreed that we're going to give Amy a blank cover and let her go to town and do a sketch cover for us. And that will be the giveaway.
Okay. And then Mariano gave me some good advice on what markers to use. So
there you go. The man knows his stuff. So, all right, cool. So that's our giveaway for tonight. That's really cool, man. That's a good idea. Did you just come up with that? Because I just went out and said, Amy, we need to find a giveaway for, whatever you want.
That was part of it. And then, I don't know. I guess in a way, this is more practice for me because I was helping out Mariano with the Red Sonja card. So I thought, hey, I thought this
it may not be 10,000 unless she draws Nick in red pants with a perm. Okay. If she does that, I would say, yeah, we might be able to get to that 10K moment. Oh, TJ, I like that. Look at that one.
It's an idea.
And then
fill out your form.
And then
actually,
in the dialogue, and then in the dialogue bubble, it's her screaming, "Fill out the form!"
You wouldn't like me when I have unfilled out forms.
That would be so funny. All right, okay, that's a giveaway. All right, cool.
I don't know if it's gonna be that one specifically. Again, it's whatever.
No, it's your prerogative. We realized you're a budding artist, so we're not gonna you'll decide what goes on it. All right, but I thought it would be.
It'll be more practice.
Yeah, a Post-it note sketch. I mean, come on, dude. It's a Post-it note, right? Yeah, I agree with you, Jay. I think they'll love whatever she does, but between my encounter, you too funny to come. All right, here we go. Starting from the top. Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, we have it for $5 with the group. All right, so then we have Dynamic Forces Grab Bag 3-pack. Primarily DC and Marvel titles. They will be random with a few indies scattered around. And we've got that for $5, the 3-pack. Then we have Dynamic Forces Grab Bag 7-pack, 7 random titles, DC Marvel predominantly. Yeah, aren't we all, Preston?
You can't rush artistic creativity, right? Robbie's not like Bob Ross. He's just banging out a cover every day.
Wait.
I appreciate the support, John. That's why I can always depend on you, my friend.
You need to talk to Mariano. When he talks to these new artists trying to get work, Dude, I'm surprised we don't have a bunch of new comic book artists all jumping off the Brooklyn Bridge.
No, I'm just saying.
Because you listen to Mariano explain it is so depressing. I would never.
And Eddie's on to something. I don't have a dog, but my cat keeps scratching him up, so I need you guys to send me some more.
Somebody call Kaka on this,
no,
please.
But I know what that's like when people are like, "Oh, hey, create a new dish." Well, maybe I don't feel like
so.
it.
So
maybe
Mariano,
feel creative.
Yeah, guess what? You're not Todd McFarlane. Okay, you don't get to say that. The way that Mariano describes these new artists who are trying to submit stuff for us to look at, I got to tell you, I listen to these conversations. They happen 2-3 times a week. And man, his response, it's nice, but it's depressing as hell.
Kid, you don't have any artistic talent.
No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that. But he says, kid says, well, maybe I should draw a panel or two or page or two. And no, you don't understand. Okay. He's like, you need to draw all of them. Okay. Every month. Okay. The editor's job depends on you. So they're not going to take a chance on an unknown.
I'm picturing Mariano and his voice doing, "Nah, this ain't it, bro." You don't know.
He paints his picture like, oh, it's so depressing. I'm like, man, Mar, these guys all, suicide hotline work is not for you, Mariano, man. But there's a lot that goes into it. And he uses Todd McFarlane's story as a young budding artist trying to break into the business. And the stuff that he did, he just hammered the editors with pieces of work after pieces of work. And he finally got I think something happened with the normal artist and he got a part-time gig. They said, all right, go, here you go. This is what we need. Go for it. And he got it done. And obviously it worked for him, but it didn't sound like it was easy. And I got to give Todd.
The toy guy drew comics?
Toy guy drew comics, my brother. Okay. And I can see why he became a toy guy. Hey, Mill Skills.
I'm picturing someone at 28 saying that, or 26. Wait, the toy guy drew comics?
The guy was determined. I mean, and I got to be honest with you. Mariano tells these kids to go look up the history of Todd McFarlane, their documentaries, whatever. You need to study up on this and see. So I'm going to go back and read, probably watch those, because to me it sounds like he was classic of someone who wants to break into the business, broke into the business, and became obviously a huge success. But it didn't sound from the stories Mariano tells.
Well, look at how many people draw. Comics and how many spots there are. It's like the world's worst game of musical chairs. It just is.
Everybody's under pressure to get it done. It sounds rather stress filled, if you ask me.
Well, you hear some of the things older creators said. Somebody posted earlier about, I don't know if they wanted an Alex Toth retrospective. I love those. Doug Wildey. There was a point in my life where I was like haunting Doug Wildey at every convention I could find him in, because he created Johnny Quest.
Right.
And, he was very much letting people know, even when he was doing covers for Comico in the 80s, he would sort of tell people, look, man, I appreciate you showing me your work or whatever, or give it to the editors. He's like, this isn't a full-time, he'd say it right out, this is not a full-time occupation. You need to have something to fall back on. And if it becomes a full-time occupation, that's great. He's like, I don't care if you drive a truck, move furniture, work at a hardware store, you have to have something else.
Right.
Because every third or fourth house on the block has got a guy with his wife's cutting board and he's drawing. And you know what I mean? There's just not enough spots. Now, I realize there's a lot more comics now than when Doug Wildey would make those comments at like the Lehigh Valley comic show or whatever. But, the truth is, there's way more opportunities, but there's way more people drawing. I mean, I think 40 years ago, we probably weren't getting a ton of art submissions from Asia and Europe and South America.
Tacoma, it is definitely in your box, buddy. All right. So, let me finish the grab bags, the incentives, and then I think Preston was looking for Rex Cap and Mill Skills. I saw you just jumped in. We have X-Men back issues tonight. All right. So, So then we have the Dynamic Forces 7-pack, 7 random titles, predominantly DC Marvel with few indies, and we've got that for $10. And then you have the Dynamic Forces grab bag 15-pack, So 15 random titles, predominantly Marvel DC, with a few indies in there. And we've got that for $20. All right, so for the incentives, I'm sorry to hear that, Edward. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. But there's got to be a price to be paid for the Lions having such a great season so far, right? All right. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6, number 35, a 1/100 Disney 100 black and white. Claudio Scaroni variant, trading for 125. We've got it tonight for 100. All right, then we have Saint Seiya, Knights of Zodiac Time Odyssey number 1/5 ratio. Jerome I don't even remember how to pronounce this guy's name. Alki? Man, whatever. Alki has an alcohol? No.
Sounds good to me, bro.
Trading for 8, we have it for 5. Then we've got we have Saint Seiya Knights of Zodiac Time Odyssey number 1/120 ratio, David Mack variant, trading for 25, and we've got it for 20.
That's a gorgeous, gorgeous cover right there, man.
All right, so then we have Star Wars The Mandalorian 2, Season 2, number 5, 125 ratio, David Marquez variant, trading for 45, and we've got it for 35.
Man, I really like that cover. That's a very cool cover.
That is a very cool cover. All right, so then we have Superior Spider-Man Returns, number 1, 150 ratio, Giuseppe Camicoli, trading for 50, and we've got it tonight for 30. All right, Rex Cap. All right, Mill Skills. These are the Uncanny X-Men back issues we've gotten to so far. So we had Uncanny X-Men number 176. We've got that for $10. Then we have Uncanny X-Men number 178. We've got this one for $8. Then we have Uncanny X-Men number 196. And we have that for $4.
That's like a slenderized version of the Blob on that one cover. They draw the Blob now. He's practically like Kirby. Just like a giant round circle with a mouth.
Yeah, that's Blob on Ozempic, or what do they call that stuff?
Yeah.
All right. Uncanny X-Men number 198. We've got that for $7. Then we've had Uncanny X-Men number 204. We've got that for $5. Then we have Uncanny X-Men number 223. We've got that for $5. Then we have Uncanny X-Men number 224, and we've got that for $8. Then we had Uncanny X-Men number 220. Did I say 228 already?
I wasn't listening. You just gibbering on about comics.
228. Got that one for $4. All right. So let's just get through the rest of them. We also have Uncanny X-Men 231. We've got that for $3.
Beefcake Colossus.
Beefcake Colossus. All right, then we have Uncanny X-Men number 243. Got that for $2. Yeah, right, it weird. Uncanny X-Men number 246, and we've got that for $5.
Screen just goes blank.
All right, then Uncanny X-Men number 247, and we've got that for $6. And then we have Uncanny X-Men number 249, and we have that for $5. And we've got Uncanny X-Men number 250, and we have that for $3.
Polaris.
And then Uncanny X-Men number 259, and we've got that for $4.
Beefcake Colossus. It's the
And
same
then finally-
pose, man. He's just like
It's not metal.
It is the same pose.
Uncanny X-Men number 260. We've got that for $4.
Well, for certain characters, it makes sense for them to look like that. You know, other times when people draw Spider-Man like that, I have to tell you to take a deep breath.
It also looked like he's holding up the X-Men logo on that cover. If Jake can go back to that, it looks like he's holding up the logo. It's pretty cool. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
You guys are killing me.
That's just somebody who was like, oh man, I got to put Colossus on this cover. And they got like a bunch of muscle magazines around them, right? Because there's no internet back in those days, right?
Like the more modern version of Colossus, the shaved head and the beard. They got him looking like Lennon now. That's Charles Atlas Comics. Nice, TJ.
All right.
Yeah, I like the Lennon look, man. When he kind of walks into the room now, you're like, oh, playtime. Playtime's over, man. They always had him as like a younger guy where he was sort of, I'm unsure. And now he's like, yeah, no, comrade, you're done.
Oh, man.
He's like smuggling a Virginia ham in the back of his pants on that cover. What? Even Nightwing is like, do you see that?
Nightwing's jealous.
You're good, Jay. You're good, buddy. All right, so
Nightwing starts doing more deadlifts.
I know, right? I gotta get back to the bat, Jim.
All right, so let's do the sign books. Yeah. All right, so Teen Titans number 88, signed by JT Kroll. All right, this is the lowest I think we've ever had a sign book. We've got this one for $8.80 for 1988.
Oh wow, that's.
I don't think I can get any lower than
people
that.
who've wanted to get a signed book. Here's your buy-in.
Wait, what's this? My girlfriend told me I know you all when I have my margaritas. No, you don't annoy us. We're a little jealous, to be honest, Tacoma Geeks. I actually kind of want to have a margarita right now, and I haven't had one in a while. So you keep talking about making it, but I wouldn't say it annoys us. If so, we're all equally annoying. I think that can be said with almost 100% certainty. All right. So, sign book for $8.80 by JT Kroll, guys. It don't get no cheaper than that. All right. So, next up, we have Cable number 20, signed by Dwayne Zorinsky. Suggested retail of $19.99. We've got it tonight for $10. All right. Then we have Shadowland number 4, signed by Billy Tan. A very difficult signature to come across. Okay. This is this is an item that is very hard to find. We have it for $19.99.
The cover, by the way, spoilers, but this is when Daredevil gives his potato salad to Bullseye, and Bullseye looks at it, and it's got raisins in it.
Ah!
I hate raisins in that.
It looks like he's about to get vaporized.
Tacoma, you got it, buddy.
It looks like he's about to get vaporized by Solar, Man of the Atom.
Yeah.
Like Bullseye, you're fighting out of your weight, my man.
Oh, man. All right.
What's up, Black Box Comics?
Black Box, what's going on, bud? Thanks for joining us. All right, so next
we're so laggy. He's probably getting the opening of the show now.
Maybe
the beginning with the music.
Damn you, Comcast!
What's the time differential in New Jersey?
Depends. Comcast time or non-Comcast time. All right, next up, Fantastic Four number 572, signed by Jonathan Hickman.
Oh, you know who puts raisins in potato salad? Food Felons. That's who puts Food Felons. That used to be a bit on my old radio show, the Food Felony of the Week. And it was stuff like, who is putting raisins in potato salad?
I never even heard of that.
Did any of y'all see the when Chadwick Boseman was on SNL and he did Celebrity Jeopardy? Or I think it was Black Jeopardy is what he was on. And there's a bit in there about raisins and potato salad. It's really, really fun. It's really fun. Look it up. Chadwick Boseman SNL
actually did that. I have never known that.
It's one of those things that like it's become one of those things that like random white housewives will do and like they have no business doing it. Like I'll be honest with you, I've had more bad potato salad than good potato salad in my life, and that's the shame. Nobody knows how to really make good potato salad. So there you go.
People add different stuff to it or whatever. If you're in a part of the
I'm
country,
a big fan of German potatoes.
I was going to say, if you're in a part of the country where there's like a Germanic or Amish sort of population, you get German potato salad. And I find that German potato salad is harder for the amateur to screw up than traditional potato salad.
Really?
Traditional potato salad, man, I've seen some people trying to use yogurt instead of mayonnaise, and I'm like, I'm begging you to stop.
Look at Marcus. Marcus says we need a Ken Burns documentary series about the origins of raisins.
No, that would be the highest rated Ken Burns documentary of all time.
Oh, God. All right. So then we have Fantastic Four number 572 signed by Jonathan Hickman. It's just a retail $49.99. We have it at $29.99, which is lower than if you sent a book out to Hickman to sign and then had it back.
Hickman ain't signing your books anymore.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
right.
guy doing stuff in Hollywood or something? God, the world of comics is way behind.
He's given up.
I can attest this. I can tell you this from experience. If you do want to meet Jonathan Hickman at one of the very few, like maybe 2 cons he does a year, you're gonna wait like 2 to 3 hours. Just so you know.
Well, the signature lines, I kind of followed a lot of NYCC online. The signature lines were massive for, even for, and I hate to kind of rate people, but obviously there's more popular and less popular creators. Even the less popular creators, people were waiting an hour and 45 minutes for signatures. I'm glad to see cons come back with a vengeance. I hated the fact that I was too slow to get a good hotel room so I could go. That was on me. People were like, "Oh, you'll never be able to get tickets." I'm like, "No, tickets I can get. That's not
hotels. That's a problem.
Hotels are a problem, especially because I'm not staying at the Motel 6 will leave the light on. Yeah, I know, so I don't trip over the dead body in the doorway.
Now they move those bodies pretty quick in Manhattan. I'm just saying. Oh, that's cool, Tacoma.
Every once in a while, you will find a creator. And either they're just returning from a break or something, or you kind of, I mean, that's my Neil Adams story. When people are wondering how I got a Neil Adams sketch, I was just walking by and it said Neil Adams and it was completely empty. And Neil Adams comes and sits down. He didn't even have his assistant there. And I'm like, oh, like I went over, said hello or whatever. And, he said, "Oh, would you like a sketch?" And I was just going to throw my American Express card at him and like, yeah, I do whatever you want. I don't care how much it costs. I'll pay it later. But he did the traditional Superman, Kryptonite No More sketch for me, signed it. It was great. But the funny thing is, as I walked away, thank you, blah, 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 I looped back around about 20 minutes later, and the line for Neil Adams was like an hour. Literally, the guy had just come back from like a coffee break or stepping out or something. And that's sort of how you wind up, meeting people.
And weird. That's why social media is bad for you, my friend.
Social media was probably a mistake. Like at the end time when they're looking at us and like, the dolphins rule the planet, and like with social media, they'll be like, no.
Good thing we don't have fingers.
Good thing we don't have fingers. No, leave that out.
All right. So next up, we have Life with Archie, number 37. Alex Ross cover, signed by Alex Ross. Suggested retail of $200. And we've got the one for $100. And I have to tell you how hard a sig this is to get.
Well, I also tell you how hard it must be for Alex Ross to kind of take his style into the Archie world. And I think this is a really cool cover. But I'm going to straight up tell you this. This is nightmare fuel, bro, as well. Look how creepy Archie looks. Archie looks like a serial killer. Dude,
you know what this looks like? This is like Riverdale Reservoir Dogs. Tell me I'm wrong.
I got
this is the last thing you see from like Mr. Red.
I got you, Tacoma. Now here's the thing. Doesn't Veronica look like that actress? I don't remember her name.
The girl who plays Veronica on Riverdale?
No,
yes,
no.
Oh.
No, oh shoot. I'm trying to think of what I've seen her in. No, she's an older actress. I can't think.
I don't even know. I mean, Archie's terrifying. No doubt about that. But the more I look at Jughead's face,
that's the best he looks.
Jughead is the one who arranged the hit. I'm guessing Weatherby is in a chalk outline, right? And Jughead is like, never take a hamburger away from me in class again.
I just read Preston's comment up there. In Oklahoma, they do like Miracle Whip on a chicken fried steak. What? Oh my goodness, that sounds so gross.
Wow.
This is why they call it flyover country.
That's why.
No.
That's why I stay off of certain social media. So I have to find out that.
You know what, OUG? You know what? That's another thing that this is like if maybe Chucky aged a little bit or something. There's definitely child's play energy in Archie space, and I don't know if Alex Ross did that intentionally, like watch me screw with the Archie fans, or I know people had the Archie fans initially. Everybody loves Afterlife with Archie, right? But I'm old enough to remember the very beginning, and people were like, Francisco Francavilla doesn't understand these characters at all. He absolutely understood those characters and did a great job, but the original Archie fans had trouble seeing their beloved characters through Francisco's eyes. And I'm like, it's there.
Yes. Tacoma, that's fine. Whichever book it is, just let us know. Marcus, you are totally correct. Wendy Malick. She has been, let's see, Judith Stone in Dream On, Nina Van Horn in Just Shoot Me.
Just Shoot Me, yeah. That
was the thing. Doesn't that look like her?
Maybe there was a time where Alex Ross used celebrities as inspiration for models, and then of course he became Alex Ross, and he had a ton of people waiting to model stuff. Like his buddy was Superman because he's my friend. He's Superman. Nobody said a word.
All right, so Tacoma, I'm not entirely sure. It might be the margaritas talking. This one's 37, but we'll work it all out in the emails back and forth. No worries, buddy.
Don't find 38 on your way to the next break.
Wait, what?
Never mind. Clerk's reference.
All right, so then in honor of Robbie's interview on Friday, we have Stray Dogs, Dog Days #1, DF exclusive variant by Tony Fleeks and Trish Forstner, signed by Tony Fleeks. Suggested retail of $39.99, and we have it for $19.99.
Heck yeah.
No problem, Tacoma.
Great Evil Dead 2 homage right there, too. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
We talked about Evil Dead a little bit when the show opened. Obviously, there's always more Army of Darkness, which is one of my favorite things ever. A lot of times I joke around about, like asking Nick for stuff. In all fairness, I actually look back at some of the stuff. The last 7 or 8 years, I think almost everything at one point or another, I realistically asked Nick about, not as a joke, but like, hey, can we do this? We've gotten. I consider myself super fortunate. Someone asked me today, like, what is it that made you a Dynamite fan more than some other company? And I'm like, well, they were right down the street from my house. But the truth is, they just, Dynamite did the stuff that I liked.
Hey, Tacoma, you're talking about, let me see.
One in 150.
Hey, Tacoma, I'm not entirely sure what you
thinks.
Tacoma, I'm not entirely sure what you. Oh, the Fleece book. I don't know, Tacoma. I'd have to look, so I can't tell you that right now, but I will look. Tacoma looking for. I'll get back to you on that tomorrow, buddy. I can't tell you off the top of my head here. All right, so last 3 signed books. Black Panther #1, signing gold by Raza. Suggested retail of $89.99. It's number 4 of 25 signed. We've got it for $40, 15% off for a Raza signature.
Wow.
All right, and then the last 2 are metal books. We have Elvira in Horrorland #3. Premium metal photo cover. Suggested retail of $100, and we've got it 50% off, $50 tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah, this one is so shiny, it's like a mirror.
Yeah.
So what you're looking at is the ceiling. Those lines, they're actually ceiling to the office.
I also never knew that Elvira crossed over with Mac tonight.
Nice.
All right, and then the final book of the night, Dynamite Never Dies, #5, Lucio Perillo premium metal cover. Suggested retail of $100, and this is another one of our 5-star $50 books.
I'll tell you, if you're a Lucio Perillo fan, you're a Vampirella fan, and or a Rachel Holland fan, you should go check out her social media feed, because they've kind of got like a little project going on where, she's doing a cosplay of a cover and then he's doing the sketch of her cosplay. And I got to tell you, that level of artistic talent, Tacoma wants the Medal Elvira.
You got it, Tacoma.
Kristen Ritter, that's a really good one, Marcus. That sort of thing now, where there's a couple artists which have started doing mock covers or sketches of cosplayers recreating covers. It's very almost like, I hate to use this term, but it's almost inceptional. Like you can't tell where it is, but go check. Most of the cosplayers will put that stuff out on their like Instagram or whatever. Go find that stuff, especially if you're a fan of Dan Perella and Lucio Perillo.
So yeah, I saw that as well, Marcus and Tacoma Geek. All right, so we are going to go to our last and final break. When we come back, we'll do DF solicits and the CGCs that we started but didn't really get to. And then I guess the mystery box that is also on the website. All right, so stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Go follow The Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
Back from New York Comic Con.
Yeah, we got rid of Rex because he was screwing up the Wi-Fi.
I survived New York Comic Con. Did you survive New York Comic Con? That's a wonderful question.
Who did that thing on Friday night? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Was it you? I don't know if it was you or not. Anyway. So it was a wonderful weekend.
Somebody had burritos at the con that should not have.
It was lots of fun. But we're going to talk about New Diamond Now. Before we do, everyone's been asking me, are they available yet? Are they available yet? Are they for sale yet? And the answer is yes. The CGC books are for sale, and they're available. So let's start with the brand new available for sale CGC books.
Tacoma, you're welcome, by the way. We're,
yes, these books are back from grading finally, and I'm excited to offer them to you guys first. Literally, you guys can be the first ones that have access to the CGC books before they hit eBay, before they hit our website, before they hit anything. You guys have first access. So let's start with the first CGC book. It's over there, Marcus. Batman. We'll start with the Batman books. So we'll go down the list. To Jay, throw up the first image and the first banner. We're gonna get with Batman 426. This is a 9-4. Death in the Family, Part 1, near mint, 9-4, white pages. We are around GPA for every one of these. Yes, we are at market price for every single book. So, Batman 426 in a holder.
Yeah, Marcus, I agree with you. We did like the sweatshirt.
For $80. Well, it's not too cold in here at the moment. So, $80, Batman 426, Death in the Family, Jim Starlin story, Mike Mignola cover. It just looks so clean, especially this book in high grade because it's an all black, mostly a black cover. On the side and the back side, it's hard to get in high grade. So this is a near mint copy of this. Marcus, that's funny.
I just saw that. It feels more like.
Mill Scales, no Spider-Man books yet. We're going to start with Batman and Detective. And Jerry, throw up the next Batman because we've got 427 in 9.6 near mint plus.
This is like a book where you're going to upgrade your collection from, you know what I mean? Because chances are you don't have a 9.6 sitting in your collection.
Especially in the Death in the Family story arc. Again, this is all Mike Mignola covers. Again, Mike Mignola, you know, from Hellboy, doing some awesome Death in the Family, Batman and Robin. Of course, Jim Starlin wrote this amazing story. So we've got a 9.6, a beautiful looking 9.6 for 110. The next one we have is also 427, but if you don't like the 9.6, it's okay. Take the work out away from you. We've got a 9.8 ready to go. Batman 427 in 9.8. This book is flawless, near mint plus. It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's not perfect because then it'll be a 9.9 or a 10, but just to get this book in 9.8, especially with the spine being mostly black, with lots of spine ticks, from a period where this was taking off in popularity even more in the late 80s. And there is a ton of them.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
Real quick, boss. So I actually have two 9.6s in the prices. Is one of those supposed to be a 9.8?
There should be there should be another 9.6 in the newsstand. That's next.
I have a 9.6 at 110, a 9.6 at 160, and a 9.8 at 255.
That's correct. Yes. So this is the 255. So again, we are at or even under market price for these books. Yes, I've already checked GPA for you. So this is a perfect copy of Batman 427, Death in the Family. And to go with that, go ahead, Jay, for the next one. This is the 160. This is the newsstand, the much harder to get newsstand, especially late 80s where, you know, there'll be a ton of copies, but not many high-grade copies survive. So this is definitely a harder to find issue. Late 80s, newsstand issue, Mike Mignola cover, Batman, Death in the Family, Book 2. 160. The next issue is amazing. It's awesome. It's George Perez filled. Batman 442, the first Tim Drake as Robin. Yes, a lonely place of dying story arc. Jason Todd has been killed. Batman is grieving over Robin. Who will take up? In Batman's eyes, nobody will take it up. Tim Drake doesn't care. Tim Drake puts on the costume anyway with a beautiful George Perez cover. 9.6. What? $60? That's like crazy for a 9.6 George Perez. The market is down on these, but this book is worth at least $75. It's a George Perez Tim Drake key, but we're offering it today for $60. Moving on to the next Batman, and it's a doozy because it is Detective Comics 566 Dick Giordano cover. This is a classic Batman Rogues Gallery cover. You've got Joker, Mad Hatter, Penguin, Poison Ivy, Ra's al Ghul, the Riddler, Two-Face, and some little ambush bug right over there for some reason. But this is...
Yeah, I was going to say, that is ambush bug there, right?
It's got to be ambush bug. But this is Batman. This doesn't have any keynotes on the CGC slab, but everyone knows this is a classic Dick Giordano Rogues Gallery cover. Batman 566 and 9.6. What's the difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8 for these books? Literally a grader's day. I mean, these are almost perfect books. So 5.
Also, I don't want to be that guy, but it's Killer Moth. It's Killer Moth.
Like I said, it can't be ambush bug.
Be that guy. You're good.
Be that guy.
Killer Moth, the breakout
it's
villain.
It's obviously Killer Moth. Come on.
1986 is amazing character. So Tech 566 for 160. Next Tech issue is 575. Batman has a gun. He knows what he's doing, apparently, because, you know, when you think of Batman, you think of guns. Or you don't, which is why this cover is pretty iconic. This is part of the Batman Year 2 storyline, where Batman spends all his money finding a color-coded booby holster that goes right on his chest.
The superior Batman uses guns.
The superior Batman.
His dad. I love that Batman. He shoots people and throws them off the roof of his casino.
So we got a 9.6 for only 85. And moving on to the next one. You don't want the 9.6, of course. We do have a 9.8 ready to go in perfect condition. Near mint. This is 575 for 170. Yep, classic Batman with a gun. Year 2 part 1 leads right into another Year 2 story. The next issue we have is Detective Comics number 577. This is Batman hugging a grave. This is actually a McFarlane cover.
Dramatic.
Year 2. Martha and Thomas Wayne. Year 2, part 3.
Did you just say Martha, Alex? Why did you say that name? Why did you say that name?
Exactly.
Oh, no.
You mean the Joker? In the good universe, she's the Joker.
Martha. So, own Batman hugging an angel. This is 9.2. This was the lowest graded book in the entire submission for some reason. Again, 9.2, 577. Batman Year 2, Part 3.
Classic cover.
I believe that is all those issues. So we're going to go really quickly to the Dynamic Forces list, and we have something new, actually. I had the links ready to go for you. So if you like something, just click the link and you can order it. What? I know. It's crazy.
Not everybody can just go to the break room and take comics. Sorry.
That's
everybody.
true. John, what do you bring home with you today? Oh, wait. So let's start with Alien number 1. We're going to have this CGC graded.
Oh, this is beautiful.
This is the new Alien series. I believe this is volume 4 because Marvel likes to, for some reason, only do Alien for 12 issues or 6 issues or 8 issues, then reboot again. So I believe this is actually volume 4 of Marvel's Aliens, the third version with the 20th Century Fox imprint. We're offering this CGC graded for $99.
Who's the artist
$100.
that does this? I can't think. His name is on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it now.
I don't know who did this.
Starts maybe with a B or something.
Not Bjorn Berens.
Yeah.
Was it?
Thank you.
Yeah, Bjorn does a lot of crazy. He does some the Venomverse stuff.
Yeah, I love that stuff, man. It's When does an alien get venomized?
That's a good question. I mean, Alien and Predator, Predators with Wolverine.
Yep.
You know, it's going to be Alien versus Planet of the Apes versus Wolverine versus Terminator versus Predator.
Ooh, venomized apes. Order the
They
covers
already
now.
did Aliens versus Wolverine. It's the Brood. It's fine.
Right. That's very true. Moving on to the next is Batman 137, signed by Rose Besh. Yes, Rose Besh. She's awesome. I met her this weekend.
How I will always see Batman now.
I know, right? Look at this.
Stolen child.
Stolen child. Rose Besh gave me a pack of stickers for no reason.
Ooh.
She's awesome. She was super nice. So Rose Besh has signed Batman. Again, she had a very long line, very busy. We're offering the book already signed for $49.99. Time to get some festive, actually not festive yet. We're getting Off-World with Batman.
It's not easy to do Rose Besh colors for Batman, right? Because everything is always dark.
Everything's all pastel.
Yeah,
pastel-y,
that's very cool.
It has to be dark blues.
Yeah.
She killed that one. Batman Off-World #1. What's great about this is signed by Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron is doing DC books.
Takes over Superman and something else.
Yeah.
Right?
And even if you're not a fan of Batman, check out Jason Aaron's writing, because Jason Aaron really, really is amazing. I mean, he did the Star Wars Run the Star. He did all Thor recently. I mean, Jason Aaron had 6 years of Thor to write his own story. It was really, really fun. Jason Aaron is a great writer, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to do at DC. So, Batman Off-World #1, signed by Jason Aaron, $49.99. And feeling a bit festive with Batman Santa Claus, Silent Night #1, Silver Bell Signature Series, signed by Jeff Parker. MSRP is $70, but this holiday season, only $29.99 for an amazing book of Superman reading Batman. I believe that's Batman 94. I believe whatever the Christmas cover is. Funny story, I had a dealer offer me this book, and I told him that my first Golden Age Batman book is not allowed to be a Christmas book. So I had to turn him down. I said there's no Batman Hanukkah book, so not much I can do there, but I bought something else instead. But this is Batman Santa Claus Silent Night for $29.99. Our next awesome solicit is Star Warsian. This is Volume 3, Phase 3 of the High Republic, #1. Starlight Beacon has crashed. Yes, and we're continuing. The Nihil are the evil enemies of the High Republic, of the Jedi. Mission Protocol has called all Jedi back, and they are in war mode. If you don't know what that is, check it out, because the first issue over the Jedi War Protocols, it's pretty cool. All new lore about Jedi history. So we're offering this. CGC graded, let us do the work for you, $99.99. Those green lightsabers really pop on that cover. And our other Star Wars solicit is actually my favorite of the week. Look at that. Star Wars The Mandalorian, Bo-Katan, Season 2, #3. This is the Felipe Masafera comic exposure variant. This is a great cover. Bo-Katan being the new Mandalore, taking her helmet off. She is awesome. This cover is awesome. And it's offered for only $29.99. Moving on to Mr. Superman. Yes, it's Rose Besh time again. And this is a brightly colored one to go with the Batman. Superman 6, signed by Rose Besh for $49.99.
He's got a Barucci level perm. Do you see that?
Now I can't unsee that.
And he's in red.
Well, that definitely has a Spawn cape. So,
yeah.
With a cape 3 times his length, Rose Besh cover. This one goes great with the 2 of 3. We'll show the third one in a second. But before we do,
guessing the third one is Wonder Woman? Oh, sorry.
No. We've got the metal curtain #1, Man of Steel, signature suit signed by Venditti. Yep, another story set in the Superman 78 universe where Christopher Reeve is Superman. All these stories, Superman 78, are in the canon, just like Batman 66 and 177. Those stories set in that canon, and this is Superman 78, a new story signed by Robert Venditti for a special price of Superman's introductory year, $38.
Those books are so much better than the stuff they just keep churning out with like zombies and insects and now like Marvel caught the vampire thing. I'm like, please stop. I'm begging you to stop.
I agree. I mean, I like the Superman 78, the stories in that universe, just showing off that style. I love it so much.
I'm just waiting for Richard Pryor to show up.
Oh yeah, he'll fall from a skyscraper and be
I'll
okay.
tell you the one thing I'm surprised they haven't done. An Alex Ross Superman 78 variant, right? Because if you've seen his stuff,
Alex Ross, I don't know if it was Superman 78, but there was a few Alex Ross variant covers of Superman on a throne that was Christopher Reeve style that looked very cool. If I remember correctly, I believe they were Bulletproof comic variants exclusives.
Oh,
because I know the guy. I think that's what it is. But
all right, we're down to 5 minutes, and we still have to do the drawing. So if you've got more books, you're gonna want to blow through them.
Wonder Woman #1, Ariel Diaz comic exposure exclusive.
We're running way
for
over.
$29.99.
Way over.
We've got the Rose Besh Wonder Woman #1. This is the awesome variant Rose Besh to go with the third one. Waiting for the pop up because there's 3 Wonder Woman #1s, but this is the Ariel Diaz. This is the Rose Besh. This one goes great with the other 2, $49.99. And the final one is my favorite. Facsimile. Yes, this is only the second time the facsimile has ever been offered. The only other time the facsimile has been offered was in 2001 in the DC Classics with the figure, the 6-inch figure. And that book is very expensive. That book's a $500 book. It's super rare, super hard and high grade. And we have Wonder Woman #1 facsimile, CGC graded, for $100. This awesome cover, 3rd appearance of Wonder Woman. Get it while it's hot. And with that, we've got a drawing to do.
All right, Jay. You ready, buddy? And this is for a sketch cover blank drawn by Amy.
Good luck,
all
everybody.
Right. Hit it.
Hey.
Oh, OUG.
OUG
Nice.
19.
Yes. Cool.
Station. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Congratulations, OUG.
Oh, this is exciting.
That is cool, isn't it? And OUG is a very positive supporter, so I'm sure she will be very supportive of whatever you come up with.
Again, OUG.
Yeah, OUG, you are the winner.
You're the winner. Congratulations.
Again, if you have a preference, please tell me, like, either
Yeah,
let me
you
know
can-
now or email me.
Yeah, she has our email, right? You have our email, right, OUG? You should. So, all right. So I will allow you two to discuss, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And we will have to obviously show it once it's done before we ship it to OUG.
Yes,
all right.
all I can say is
Or
I'll
we
get
could
it done
probably
as
take
fast as I can. Hopefully,
We could probably take a scan when you're done, actually. Then now I think about it, and then put it in the mail.
all I can say is hope I will try my best to make sure it's done as soon as possible. Like
you can
by
call,
the end of the week.
You can call Ken Hazer and see how to do
Amy, take your time. Take your time. Just take as long as you need.
because Robbie doesn't want to get shown up. Okay, that's why.
We'll get little metal variants, but they'll be this big.
If it was up to Robbie, OUG wouldn't get that book until I had grandkids.
Can she just put a comment? Can you read it?
Yeah. Let me see.
Vampirella.
I have started to get into Vampirella. Can we do a Vampirella?
Absolutely.
There you go. Vampy it is. All right. So this is going to be so cool. That was a great idea, Amy.
All right.
All right. So
Vampirella.
Vampirella it is. All right. We will be back Wednesday for 1 hour, 7 to 8. Nick will be back on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern for his original art show. I will be on with Robbie. Amy and I will be on with Robbie.
Robbie's
at
got
noon.
his thing tonight.
Yep. And you've got Horror Fest tonight.
Horror Fest tonight. We're going to be talking about Ju-on, The Grudge, the 2002 Japanese film. I'll be in Scarefest this week, so I'm going to get in touch with you. We may be doing the show early or late or something
that's
like
right.
that.
I forgot about that. My bad. I'm sorry about
But
it.
while I'm at Scarefest, I'm going to have maybe some time just chilling at the hotel. There's one of the blanks y'all sent me. I want to see the chat tell me what they think I should do on this Princess Leia as we dip out here.
anything to stall this guy, right?
Welcome, OUG. I'm actually very excited to work on it now.
It should be a good project. That was very cool.
Congratulations, OUG. Congratulations, everybody got books.
Yep. As always, great time for us, Nick Perm. But unfortunately, Marcus, you did not win.
You did not win.
But if you did, I would be pushing for you,
Jay,
buddy.
what's next? We have a break and then
Yeah, Jay, what's
old
next,
men
buddy?
yelling at each other about comics at 9.
No, that's us.
At 9 Central, 10 Eastern, we're going to have the Devil's Advocates with Kyle and Bronze Age Nerd, and they're doing like a viewer mailbag. So it's going to be an interesting show.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, thank you, everybody.
Preston wants him to do Leia choking Jabba.
Way too complicated for me. I'm talking head, neck, and a little bit of shoulder. No women.
How about a line? I'm just looking for a line, dude, at this point. All right.
This is the horizon Luke is looking at from his land speeder.
All right. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. And don't miss Horror Fest with Robbie tonight. And go Phils.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.